Bezos, one of the wealthiest men in the world, is spending, by some estimates, more than $50 million on the event.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for famous couples who had the most extravagant nuptials.
The world watched, spellbound, as a love story unfolded on a scale rarely seen.
Number 20, Elton John and David Furnish. Estimated cost $1.5 to $2 million. The musical legend and his CEO husband decided to tie the knot after spending 9 years together in a civil partnership.
Today's celebrations are considerably smaller than the 650 guest bash that they threw back in 2005 for their civil partnership.
They took the important step after the legalization of same-sex marriage in the UK, but revealed that the event would be small. Well, small for the EGOT winner is still a $1 million affair. According to reports, the pair dished out nearly $2 million for their wedding in Windsor, Berkshire.
There was a picture as well of the menu around earlier on. Beef and onion pie, I think, was the main course on offer today.
The couple was joined by their little ones, Zachary and Elijah, who served as their ring bearers, and guests included David and Victoria Beckham, Donatella Versace, and more. It was a wedding to remember.
It's an invitation requesting the pleasure of your company, Andrew, at his wedding. You see, we were all invited after all, in the virtual sense anyways.
Number 19, Salma Hayek and François-Henri Pinault. Estimated cost $3.5 million. When you're one of the most successful actresses in Hollywood and your husband is the billionaire CEO of Kering, your wedding's bound to be a dream come true.
The day of the love and of friendship. So what a beautiful day,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
And in my house it's pretty big because it's an anniversary that I have with my husband.
Funnily enough, Salma Hayek and François-Henri Pinault first got married at a courthouse in Paris, France, just so she could get out of her head about her fear of the ultimate commitment.
They took me to the court, like on an intervention. Like, I don't like this dress. I have to get a special. And they say, sign. They spoke in French. I don't know what they were saying. I was looking at it. And I did it. And that's my first wedding.
Then they hosted a grand celebration in Venice, Italy, at the Teatro La Fenice, where Bono sang for the crowd. The reported $3.5 million price tag on their Venetian bash was probably just a drop in the bucket for the pair.
And I said, okay, I kind of like it that I'm married now. I want a party. And so we made a huge party.
Number 18, Liza Minnelli and David Guest. Estimated cost $3.5 to $4.2 million. Why settle for a DJ when you can get a 60-piece orchestra? We never expected anything less from Liza Minnelli.
It was wonderful. It was really beautiful, and it was warm, and it was sweet. It was all the stuff I ever dreamed of.
The actress/singer spared no expense for her fourth and final marriage when she walked down the aisle with David Guest. Elizabeth Taylor served as the maid of honor while Michael Jackson stepped in as the best man.
Diana Ross was there, Joan Collins, Michael Jackson, Marty McCutcheon, Mel C, Keith Harrison, Orville, Bradley Walsh, Don Estelle, Les Dennis, Eamon Holmes, the cast of Big Brother 2. Man, that was some of those, I believe, just bunked in. They didn't have an invite, but yes. You can't stop them these days.
Surrounded by over $500,000 worth of flowers and several hundred guests, who each received personalized favors that read Liza and David forever, it was a picture-perfect ceremony for the new bride and groom, who separated the very next year.
The public image of your marriage, that you let it be so public. Why, David?
We didn't let it. It's just become an everyday.
You mean this wasn't some planned production to benefit a show business legend?
Number 17, Sophia Richie and Elliot Grange. Estimated cost $4 million. Lionel Richie's daughter and the Atlantic Music Group CEO did not hesitate to splurge on their big day.
There are 3 dresses because there are 3 events. We have a rehearsal dinner, we have my wedding dress, and of course the after party.
Sophia and Elliot flew all the way to Antibes, France for the ceremony. The vibe was old money and quiet luxury. The venue, the famed Hotel du Cap Eden Rock, apparently cost over $1 million, and it was decked out in the most gorgeous flowers worth around $175,000.
Sophia, I'll never let you go again.
The bride looked radiant, sporting one custom Chanel dress after another, and the night came to a close with the dreamiest fireworks in the sky.
Found her, I found you.
Number 16, Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello. Estimated cost $4 million. They may not be together anymore, but they promised each other forever with grandeur.
You think these two are so hot that the altar might melt?
I think the altar's gonna be okay. I don't know about the rest of us. They are tying the knot in style, a private beach resort, a huge guest list, all their famous friends.
Sophia and Joe picked Florida for their wedding. They may have taken a commercial flight to Fort Lauderdale for the ceremony, but the lavish venue of choice was the Breakers Palm Beach. Sources say decorating the space alone took $1 million, and there were about 400 guests celebrating with the couple.
And how long did the reception go to? Like, what was the latest?
Like 6 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah. We had like a party, and then we have an after party.
About $500,000 went toward food, and another hefty sum was dropped for relaxing cabanas. The woman of the hour wore a breathtaking custom-made Zuhair Murad dress, and Lorraine Schwartz brought the bling.
Look how beautiful that is.
Yeah. It was like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like it came out perfectly like how I wanted. I have to say, the people that work helping me do the wedding, amazing.
Number 15, Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz. Estimated cost $4 million. Posh and Becks are basically royalty, and Nelson Peltz is a billionaire. So when their children got married, the event was the very definition of opulent.
David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's oldest son reportedly tied the knot with actress Nicola Peltz at her family's oceanfront estate in Palm Beach, Florida on Saturday. The 27-year-old bride and her 23-year-old new husband exchanged their own vows in front of a rabbi, and Nicola's grandmother served as her maid of honor.
Peltz Sr. offered up his Grand Palm Beach, Florida estate, which is valued at over $100 million for the wedding. According to People magazine, there were 500 guests bearing witness to Brooklyn and Nicola's union, including Sporty Spice, aka Mel C, Eva Longoria, and more.
It was a beautiful wedding, and as a mother, to see my son so happy means so much. What more can you ask for?
Nicola tapped Valentino for her haute couture bridal gown, whereas the eldest Beckham's son wore Dior. No wonder the budget reportedly reached the $4 million mark.
Who cried more at your wedding, you or Nicola?
Me. I'm a crier.
Number 14, George Clooney and Amal Alamuddin. Estimated cost $4.6 million. 2 words, wedding goals. George and Amal Clooney pulled out all the stops for their marriage in Venice, Italy.
George Clooney's getting married?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Getting married?
8 years. Yeah.
Because you were known as a confirmed bachelor, but
Yes.
you met Amal Clooney, and what happened to you, George?
I was no longer confirmed. It was easy. It was the minute she walked in the door, I was just, taken by her.
The international human rights lawyer said yes to a custom Oscar de la Renta dress, and her groom wore a bespoke Giorgio Armani suit. Per reports, their guest list did not exceed 100 people, but most of them were industry elites such as Matt Damon, John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Bill Murray, and Anna Wintour.
The waters of Venice turned into a de facto red carpet as guests began arriving to the wedding on Saturday.
The couple spared no expense when it came to accommodating their guests, who were hosted at Cipriani and the Amman Hotel and treated to Italian cuisine for the reception. Altogether, the celebration reportedly cost upwards of $4.5 million.
The couple is reportedly donating the profits from their wedding photos to charity.
Number 13, Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel. Estimated cost $6.5 million. How much would you spend to keep your big day private? When you're young, in love, and Justin Timberlake, the answer is many millions.
2 of Hollywood's hottest stars tied the knot yesterday in a super secret ceremony in southern Italy.
Set at the picturesque Borgo Ignazia in Italy, Timberlake called his special day with Jessica Biel magical. and even serenaded his bride-to-be down the aisle. However, no one got to catch a glimpse of that magic until the couple released the photos to People magazine.
A beach celebration Wednesday with fireworks and live music and a night in a grotto, dining around open fires on local food and wine.
How did the bride and groom keep things so secret? It's reported that Timberlake booked the entire hotel where the ceremony took place and told the paparazzi bye by paying neighboring businesses to shut down during the ceremony.
If you never make a good decision, if you only make bad decisions for the rest of your life, you made one really good decision, because she's just like, she is, you know, it's just nice to marry your friend. It's nice to marry your best friend. It suits me.
Number 12, Wayne Rooney and Colleen Mclofflin. Estimated cost $8 to $8.8 million. This world-renowned footballer started dating his wife-to-be, columnist Colleen Mclofflin, when she was still a teenager.
The love you have for each other will bind you together for life in a relationship that will influence your whole future.
Unbeknownst to the couple, their teenage dream would become a happily ever after. While the guest list hovered around 60 people, Rooney paid for all of their expenses, which included private flights to the gorgeous city of Genoa, luxury hotel rooms, and a private yacht for the reception. The groom also hired Colleen's favorite band, Westlife, which was reported to cost about $700,000. The couple now live in sweet marital bliss with 2 children and fond memories of their dream wedding.
No, it's very romantic. But no, you can tell he loves me.
Number 11, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Estimated cost $12 to $30 million. She's a reality TV star. He's a Kanye West.
It's time to walk down the aisle. I can't keep people waiting. It's taking forever to put this veil on. It's so heavy.
The veil is so heavy, it's gonna smash it around her face. It's gonna do different things.
Yeah. I love this long, huge veil.
While we're not surprised at the hefty price tag of the wedding, we are surprised that it was somehow more extravagant than the 2-part television event of Kim and Chris Humphrey's wedding. After all, the former NBA star dropped $10 million on his big day with Kim.
I want you to have your dream wedding, so.
Our dream wedding.
You're the best taste, baby.
The Kardashian and West union may not have been televised live, but it was still a phenomenal event, with a $500,000 wedding dress, $250,000 to transport guests to the ceremony in Italy, a 7-foot-tall wedding cake, and a reception that took place in 2 different countries. That Italian venue, by the way, $410,000.
Weekend's festivities kicking off on Thursday in Paris with a bachelorette party for Kim, a rehearsal dinner Friday fit for pop royalty at the Palace of Versailles. And Saturday morning, guests were surprised and flown to Florence to see the pair tie the knot.
Number 10, Michael Jordan and Yvette Prieto. Estimated cost $14.6 million. The NBA legend takes his GOAT status seriously, on and off the court. So when he got married to the love of his life, model Yvette Prieto, he knew he had to go big.
Bells ringing today for NBA legend Michael Jordan. Jordan and Yvette Prieto tied the knot earlier this evening on Palm Beach.
The couple was joined in holy matrimony at the Bethesda by the Sea Episcopal Church in Palm Beach, Florida. However, the festivities were mainly held in Jupiter, Florida at Bears Club, graced by several hundred guests, including Tiger Woods and Spike Lee.
Plenty of fans camped out at the Bethesda by the Sea Church, hoping for a glimpse of the newlyweds.
The party tent, one of the biggest ever, was decorated with lush flora and candles galore. The whole shebang cost approximately $10 million back in the day, which is nearly $14 million now.
Among those spotted heading into the church, former Bulls teammate Scottie Pippen. The reception and banquet, meanwhile, are scheduled to take place at Jordan's house in the Bears Club in Jupiter later this evening.
Number 9, Vikram Chatwall and Priya Sakdev. Estimated cost $20 million. Nicknamed the Turban Cowboy, it was a surprise to everyone to see Vikram Chatwall, a successful hotelier and actor, getting married. Though pressure from dear old dad and falling for model Priya Sakdev may have helped him say I do. Vikram was known for his partying lifestyle, so of course his wedding would be a lavish affair where money was no object. Reportedly lasting for 10 days and in 3 different cities with festivities beginning on Valentine's Day, the wedding was viewed by 600 guests, with big names, including former US President Bill Clinton, being flown from 26 different countries around the world. Number 8. Angelababy and Huang Xiaoming. Estimated cost $31 million. These beloved Chinese celebrities got married in a ceremony so outrageously expensive that it made headlines worldwide.
It's good, yeah, because I have a platform to say something and bring the happiness to everybody.
Angelababy and Huang Xiaoming are worth $50 and $80 million respectively, according to Celebrity Net Worth. So they didn't think twice about giving themselves the royal treatment for their wedding. The actress, also known as China's Kim K, donned a $1.5 million ring by Chaumet and wore a custom Christian Dior gown adorned with countless Chantilly lace roses and a 10-foot train.
I don't read the magazines a lot, so many like celebrities and artists I don't know. Really? Yeah, That's I know interesting. Kim Kardashian. I know what she looks like.
Apparently, 10 feet was also the height of their wedding cake. Show-stopping decor included a flower wall and a touch of futurism with a hologram of a castle. Guests reportedly went home with mobile phones as gifts. Number 7. Prince William and Kate Middleton. Estimated cost $34 million. Becoming one of the grandest ceremonies of this millennium, people waited with bated breath for this fairy tale marriage to come to life.
This is what the great British pageant is about, and this is why so many people come to London to enjoy what's going on.
Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge and the eldest son of King Charles and the late Princess Diana, began dating Kate Middleton in 2003. Despite breaking up in 2007, the two got back together and were engaged in 2010.
I was planning it, and then it just felt really right out in Africa. It was beautiful at the time, and I had done a little bit of planning to obviously show my romantic side.
This led to a huge televised wedding, complete with 2,500 guests at Westminster Abbey, and people lining the streets to try and catch a glimpse of the couple. While the ceremony garnered a hefty price tag, an estimated $32 million went to security alone.
The path lined by servicemen and women specially selected for their achievements and in a few cases for their links to Prince William.
Number 6. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Estimated cost $42.8 million. Only British royalty could bring out Idris Elba as a DJ and have George Clooney shaking up drinks, or so reports say. When the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said their I do's, millions of dollars were spent on security alone. The rest went into Meghan's jaw-dropping Givenchy wedding gown, designed by Claire Waite Keller, which had a dramatic 16-foot veil, and other expenses like food, flowers, and the cake.
And it looks to be an exquisitely cut and in many ways minimal and traditional dress with a splendid veil.
Celebs like Oprah Winfrey, Serena Williams, and the bride's Suits co-star Patrick J. Adams joined in on the celebration at Windsor Castle, whereas fans all over the world fawned over the couple through their screens.
They have declared their marriage by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of rings. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Number 5. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan and Sheikha Salama. Estimated cost $45 million. If you think your ideal venue is too pricey, think again. Not only was this prince's wedding a week-long event, it took place at a 20,000-seat stadium built specifically for the occasion. Oh, and it came complete with 20 bedazzled camels and other outrageous wedding flair.
Don't they look lovely, June?
At least the couple, when they went horseback riding to various towns, gave food and other goods to their people. We bet the two still talk about this moment, even after 40 years of marriage, and the realization that, adjusted for inflation, their wedding would cost $100 million today. Number 4. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. Estimated cost $46.5 to $55.6 million. No one expected one of the richest men in the world to have a modest wedding.
Bezos, one of the wealthiest men in the world, is spending, by some estimates, more than $50 million on the event. An amount and a location that's led to some backlash.
First, they partied it up on his super yacht in Cres, Croatia, covered in foam. Then they took to Venice, where they reportedly booked 5 luxury hotels to host their famous friends. They rented out almost 100 private jets, tens of water taxis for guests, and held the ceremony at the Venetian Arsenal.
And the heightened security presence may be one of the reasons for the high price tag. Some experts even wondering how anyone could spend so much money in 3 short days of celebrations. The other reason, maybe surprise musical guests, A-listers performing possibly tonight or tomorrow.
The bride is said to have cycled through over 20 wardrobe changes, and there was a Great Gatsby-themed bash too. There were major protests against the wedding in Venice, citing exploitation. However, Bezos' wedding costs included over $1 million in donations towards the city.
What do you get this couple for their wedding gift then? What do you get then?
I would be surprised if they're even asking for a wedding gift.
And they are definitely not. Jeff and Lauren are asking all to make a donation to their favorite charity.
Number 3, Venetia Mittal and Amit Bhatia. Estimated cost $78 million. When you're the only daughter of the owner of the world's largest steel company, sit on his board of directors, and marry one of the most influential men in Britain, you're entitled to a fabulous wedding. A fabulously expensive one.
Very fortunate to have a wife that picks me up and reminds me that you always aim for the stars.
In this 5-day spectacular event, the wine alone cost $1.5 million. Flying in top chefs to prepare over 100 dishes, host and charter 1,000 guests, a stunning venue, security, and the various performances that went on throughout the week, and you've got yourself a $78 million extravaganza.
A lot of my success is attributed to my family, the support that I get from my family, from my wife in particular, and I think that is immeasurable in its attribution to any person's success.
Number 2, Prince Charles and Lady Diana. Estimated cost $110 million. A real-life fairy tale wedding, this was one of the most legendary weddings that the world had ever seen.
What an extraordinary moment. What you will see now is a story of 2 very real young people, beginning their life together in front of the eyes and ears of the world.
With 3,500 guests, 1,000 more than turned out for Prince William in 2011, the wedding took place at St. Paul's Cathedral. Billed as the wedding of the century, around 750 million people watched the event on TV, with 600,000 more lining the streets to try and catch a glimpse of the couple.
We'll see that wedding dress which has been kept such a wonderful secret. There we are.
From Diana's breathtaking dress, complete with a 25-foot train, to the 30 cakes and abundant amount of security, it was the most expensive wedding ever. At the time, that is.
That is your classic quintessential Cinderella moment.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Anant Ambani and Radhika Merchant. Estimated cost $600 million to $1 billion. He's the son of the richest man in Asia. Her father is a big pharma boss. It's a match made in high net worth heaven.
A wedding that became something far greater. A cultural moment that captivated a nation and caught the world's attention.
From performances by Rihanna, Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Pitbull, and even the Backstreet Boys, to Mediterranean cruises, the pre-wedding parties were lavish. Then came the actual ceremony, where the bride turned heads in custom fits.
पूजनीय है, वो जननी है, वो अन्नपूर्णा है, वो सुख, समृद्धि और ऐश्वर्य लाती है. इसलिए हम धरती को माँ कहते हैं, नदिया को माँ कहते हैं.
Radhika was decked in diamonds, emeralds, and gold, and the venue was a floral paradise. Thousands of guests enjoyed the wedding, including Adele and David Beckham. It was truly a gilded affair, but the Ambani family also donated generously to several causes and organizations in celebration of the wedding. So maybe we can reduce the severity of the side-eye.
It reinforced Bharat's image as a land of prosperity and boundless potential. It generated thousands of jobs, energized several small and medium enterprises, and gave a significant boost to the hospitality and service sectors.
Which celebrity couple do you think had the most tasteful wedding? Tell us in the comments.
The wedding will have an audience of more than 500 million people. That's a sixth of the world population.